Hello, I'm Laura. It is Thursday, June 5th, 2025, and this is today's Heartlines. In the headlines, we see that the United States Secretary of Defense has ordered the Navy to rename the ship USNS Harvey Milk to an as of yet undetermined name. This is particularly poignant during June, which is Pride Month, a time when we honor and celebrate the LGBTQ plus community around the world, and Harvey Milk was a great leader in that community. He was born in New York in 1930 and was openly gay since he was 13 years old. He joined the Navy during the Korean War and served as a diving officer and instructor. Yet he was forced to resign in 1955 with a less than honorable discharge because he was gay. He moved to San Francisco in 1972, and after an in-between career of going through several jobs, he found his way to being elected to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, becoming the first openly gay man to be elected to public office. He later sponsored a bill banning discrimination based on sexual orientation in public places, one of the first of its kind. And that bill won in the Board of Supervisors by a vote of 11-1. Unfortunately, the one vote against the bill was a man by the name of Dan White, who assassinated both Harvey and George Moscone, the mayor who signed off on the bill. Now, why is it important to tell stories like these? Because not only are we inspired by the courage that it takes to move our whole society forward, but we are healed by it as well. You see, healing comes in many forms. It is mental and emotional, it is physical, and it is societal. And our great leaders in society that have found a way to bringing us together with each other even more are like the physicians who have the breakthroughs in mental or physical health. So we honor Harvey and his story this day, and we affirm the freedom that people like him have given us over time. And in affirming it, we express our gratitude for the inspiration and wisdom it provides for us. So let us begin this affirmative process because it is very powerful. It calls us forth not only as mental, emotional, and social beings, but as spiritual beings as well. So let's take a deep breath and close our eyes and focus on this affirmative thought. I am grateful for the stories of the past that provide inspiration in the present and wisdom for the future. I am grateful for the stories of the past that provide inspiration in the present and wisdom for the future. And so it is. Other Navy ships in the John Lewis class are being considered for renaming as well, including the USNS Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Thurgood Marshall, and Cesar Chavez. These are all great leaders in the healing of society. So what I know is you may be able to rename the ships. You may be able to either kill the person or at least let them go when they have died, but you will never hear the end of their stories, because their stories are part of who we are, not just in the United States, but around the world. A people who stand for freedom and equality, because this is what the true spirit of the Christ, of God, of the divine, of whatever you want to call it, calls us to be. Thank you for joining me today to honor Harvey Milk and to be inspired and encouraged by his story, to be the courageous leaders for freedom, equality, and healing in our society. Have a wonderful day.